Hey, Ann, thank you for your question about Fabian and his street daughter, Kim. I've hung out with Kim a bunch of times on the street. She's real street, but if you look at her, she's still young. She's still got her looks. I think she's only 28 years old. She's been on the street since she was 13 years old. Her father kicked her out for who knows why. Her father had molested her, of course, and I think when she turned 13, she goes, quit molesting me. And he goes, well, then you're on the street. So she's an old school street survivor, East Austin all the way. She's a Mexican, so obviously nobody cares. And then she got knocked up by some guy, had like three kids. And then, of course, she's on the street, so Child Protective Services took the kids away. And I can never get the whole story straight because she's so traumatized by having her children taken away that she self-medicates with meth. Simple as that. And our camp is right by my house, and me and Fabian, when we're out driving around, he always says, "Want to visit Kim?" I go, "Yeah, I love Kim. She's such a sweet girl. If you don't piss her off, then she's a sweetheart. But if you do piss her off, I mean, if you survive on the street that long, you better watch out because she's got all kinds of fucking ninja moves. If people want to mess with her, and all those little street dealers that are in the area, they know damn well don't mess with Kim. She's the mother hen of. I mean, all the street people in Austin know Kim. She's famous. She's not a prostitute. She just they just give her meth because as like it's hard to explain. Nobody wants to take the time to understand the humanity of these street people except me, and all I can do for them is pray. And then I always ask Fabian, what does Kim need? And you remember that little cold snap about a week ago? Fabian was all upset. I go, what's going on, Fabian? And he goes, Kim's going to be cold tonight. Kim's going to be cold. And I go, well, it's like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night. I go, why didn't you tell me earlier? How can we help? He goes, well, what she needs is some charcoal briquettes for her little hibachi that she's got. And she can stay warm that way. I go, well, let's go right now. So we haul ass over there with some charcoal briquettes, some lighter fluid, some extra matches in case she's run out. And then what else do they want? Then she's got these two dudes who hang out there to run security. They don't mess with her. Then I walk up right up to them and go, what do you smoke? And they go, this and that. So, no. When we bought the charcoal briquettes, I bought 3 packs of Lucky Strikes because I've been over there before. So we go over there. There's Kim freezing to death in her tent. Fabian helps her light the little fire. She goes, thank you, Fabian. And then I got her boys. I got them packs of Lucky Strikes, which they liked. I go, thank you, mister. And then I go over there to Kim. I just start joking around with her. I make her laugh like she's the easiest laugh in the world. She thinks I'm real funny. And then I go, Kim, can we pray together real quick? She goes, yes. So I say a real quick prayer, which is also funny, and I cuss at God, which really makes Kim laugh. And then we left. That's all I can do. I also prayed with those two street guys looking out for her. They were almost crying. They go, thank you, RW. So she has rage issues, and I don't think she's mentally ill at all. Not at all. Kim is not mentally ill. No way. She's got legit rage issues of her freaking life. And every time she walks in 7-Eleven, they scream at her. And just for trying to survive, there's something about, and so she gets mad. And then I think her story is that the clerk at the register stole $1 from her and put it in his pocket, which I totally believe. So she got mad and somehow smashed the door glass of Stop and Go. And then she freaking stood there waiting for APD to show up to explain why she did it. Could they please get her dollar back? Now, what's APD going to do? Arrest the homeless person. Simple as that. Now she's in Del Valle County Jail. Well, all she has on her record is a bunch of trespassing. Typical homeless bullshit. They didn't even arrest her for the glass, it wasn't even property damage this time. It was evading arrest, which is a felony. So bottom line is she's probably going to do 8-9 months Del Valle jail, which me, Fabian, and her mother, Fabian takes care of her mother too. Her mother is just upset, beside herself. She doesn't know what to do. And but we all agree that County jail is the best place for her but I know it's not. At least she's safe and sober. And then when she calls you on the phone now on speakerphone, I mean, you'd never believe in a million years who you're talking to. She is very well spoken, very well raised by her mother, as best she could. She has very good manners. Every time I throw a weird reference at her just to test her, I mean, she really knows. I said, hey, Kim, have you ever had sushi? She goes, California roll, dragon roll, all these weird expensive sushi rolls. I just don't, she's a fascinating person to write about. Someday I will write Kim's story. I guess a short film screenplay about quote unquote homeless people starring Kim. And then Kim makes a little cameo or something. The problem is she is on the borderline of just being beyond help off the freaking meth. She's just self-medicating her pain with meth, which I understand. And but her brain, somehow she still has her teeth because she's young and healthy. Those are going to go real quick. Now there goes her looks, and then what? Then she's going to get brain damage from the meth. That's very real. And then she's just beyond hope, and she's another zombie on the streets that could have very easily been saved by a little bit of a, let's say, 90 days rehab, like I got. 90 days of rehab, all talking about why do we do meth? And then because I'm mad. Okay, well, how do we deal with our anger? That's called dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT. That's what they gave me, court ordered. And you gotta go to the class. You can't read about a book and read on the internet. No. Gotta sit there in that class with other people who also are angry. And you're like, oh, I'm not the only one. They also committed crimes. Oh, I'm not the only one. And this really nice teacher goes, well, next time you get angry, try this. You're like, that's not going to work. She's going to say, well, give it a try. Then you partner up, you try with each other, and you're like, oh my God, it does work. So all I can do is, I think I can do a lot. I'm trying to think about what can I do. The only thing we all agree on is do not bail out Kim. Her bail is only $500. It's really not a big deal. No. She needs to stay in there until we get a plan. The problem is Del Valley County Jail, they do not do therapy. It is not a drug rehabilitation. And she does not qualify for Austin State Hospital because she's not crazy. So I have much more to say about this. I believe in the full legalization of all drugs, make them all legal, and then stop the war on drugs. And all that money we're giving to police and jails, give it to rehab facilities, give it to Austin State Hospital, give it to Salvation Army, and that's treated as a sickness, which it is, and a sickness that needs help, like doctor help, pro-medical therapy help, and that's going to be a big savings, big savings. And this is something I'm very passionate about. So that's the story of Kim. Peace. Edit. Listening back, I forgot the most important part. If we do my plan of legalizing drugs and just doing rehab, then especially people like Kim who are just hard luck cases, if we clean her up and she'll get a job at McDonald's or cleaning houses or who knows. She'll get some kind of little job. She'll be very good at it. Right now they're not letting her visit her own children. Wow, that would piss me the F off. I'll be breaking windows everywhere if they didn't let me visit my children. I mean, not cool. But she'll be visiting her children. She'll be working at McDonald's at the register or the 24-hour Whataburger register. That's perfect for Kim because even when she does sober up, you don't mess with her. She's learned the hard way. So overnight Whataburger cash register is perfect for her. And she's working that job. Well, we need someone to work the register at Whataburger. And she's so high energy. You know, she's kind of like that sponsor you had. She's got all that energy. Well, go work the window at the drive-thru. That's a real high energy job. And then you work that window, then you don't take no crap. You better be that right kind of person. No. Inside counter, Whataburger, 24-hour Ben White Boulevard. All kinds of weird zombie freaks go in there. And man, they take one look at Kim. They know dang well not to mess with her. She just radiates ninja energy. If you ever meet her, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know what then she becomes then? Guess what? That's what you call a taxpayer. she becomes a taxpayer. She becomes a very important contributor to society. Okay? And really, I mean, I know a bunch of, they are homeless. Some of them are drug addicts. You'd be surprised. Some of them are not on drugs and not crazy. They just don't want to pay rent, like Okie. Okie's a whole other documentary. So let's get these people being taxpayers and contributing members of society. And then Kim can visit her children and try to tell them, don't walk my road. Walk the straight and narrow road and be happy. Then you're saving our children from getting trauma over not being able to visit their mother. I mean, that freaks out children too. So it's a recurring cycle of addiction and violence. And that makes the Republicans happy because they love paying the police and they love building jails. They really do. They just get off on that. I mean, ask yourself this about Kim and violence and homeless people and drug addiction. What would Jesus do? I'll say it again. What would Jesus do? Pray about it. R.W. Rushing, live out of South Austin.